Hey everybody, it's Johnny here. This is the official tour video of my Skoolie conversion. I bought this bus a year ago and I spent the whole last year converting it into an RV. So we're going to start off with the outside of the vehicle and we'll explain some of the stuff on the inside and show you what we got going on. First thing you might notice is there are two solar panels on the roof. Those are 100 watt solar panels each for 200 watts of solar. I built this bus for boondocking and off-grid. So this is the 1996 Thomas International with a 7.3 liter diesel engine and Allison automatic transmission. Well maintained, well serviced, and when I got it I did some work to it to make sure it was mechanically sound. So let's take a look around this bus and see what we got going on. From the front here you can see its name. It's the Thunder bus. We call it Thunder the Turbo Turtle. So let's take a walk around the side here. It's a 3800 International T444E, which is the 7.3. I have a power inlet outlet right here. This is for plugging my refrigerator in when I'm parked at home. This way I'm not running my power inverter all the time. And on down here we have our water fill. This is just a regular water fill spout to fill up my water tank, which is in the back of the bus. And here at the back of the bus you can see my Turbo Turtle logo in the back window there. And I already have my back door key on the latch. So inside here you will find my garage. Back here you will find my instant propane hot water shower. You simply hook a propane tank to it and hook a water source and you have instant hot water shower. I have a couple crates here with fluids, and I have tire chains and a tow chain, and I also have a box back here for camping supplies. And up here you will notice I have a rear backup camera so I can see what's behind the bus. Now if you guys are ready, we will go inside the bus and we will start with the driver's cockpit area. I pretty much left this area stock, left it alone just like a school bus, because you know, if you run into problems where you get stuck or you get in a muddy area, I don't want to track too much mud through the nice floor. So we kept this area just like the school bus was. I have an additional add-on there as a GPS, and there is the monitor for my backup camera. So up here everything is pretty much stock. As you can see, the bus, I don't know if you can read the mileage there, it's only got 177,000 miles on it. When I bought the bus it had 174,000 miles on it. So we have been driving this bus. We've been driving it a lot. So next we're going to go on to the electrical system. Right behind the driver's seat here you will see I have my power distribution box. All the electronics, the batteries, and everything is inside. The main switch panel is right there with a few outlets. And I also have a remote switch for my power inverter. The power inverter converts 12 volts electricity to 110 volts. This bus was built for off-grid and boondocking, so there is not a lot of 110 volt items in the bus. Down here inside the cabinet, you will see my solar charge controller. As you can see, my batteries are fully charged and float charging. My power inverter is right there. There is a timer for the refrigerator because there's no sense in running the refrigerator with the power inverter on a cold night, so I have it set to shut off around 11 p.m. and turn back on around 8 a.m. And those are my batteries right there. Those are 6-volt golf cart batteries wired in series to produce 12 volts, 235 amp hours of juice. I also have a meter to monitor all of my voltage right here. As you see, batteries are fully charged. I also have a little chart. And down here you will see I have this little black round thing is a switch. What this switch does is it allows me to charge my batteries from my alternator when the bus is running. Pretty cool, huh? Now, let's get to what everybody really wants to see, and that is the inside of my bus. This is what we did in 1 year converting our school bus into an RV. We gutted it, we stripped the floor out, all the seats were gone, and then we went ahead and laid down a nice subfloor insulation underneath. We insulated the walls. We kept the original ceiling. So on my switch panel here, the very first switch will be my cabin lights. And what that does, it turns on these cabin lights here. And 2 in the back and 1 right here. What's nice about these lights is you can turn them off, on, full blast, or half. So that's pretty nifty. The second switch you'll see here is my porch light. And I have an RV porch light outside the bus. The third switch turns on my LED light strip. You can see it right there. The fourth switch will turn on all my DC outlets. These are my DC outlets. I have USB and I have 12 volt. This switch turns them on so they're powered up, and it also has a voltmeter. So now I can charge my cell phones, my tablets, my laptop. You can run 12 volt accessories. I also have 2 more outlets here. One is USB and the other is a 12 volt socket. Pretty nifty. I also have 2 more outlets in the back of the bus under the cabinet for the bed. The fifth switch here is my water pump. I have a 12 volt DC water pump that runs the basically the kitchen sink. If I turn on the pump, you can see the sink is already on. The water starts running. The reason you see that pinkish color is because I have antifreeze in the tank because it is wintertime. I have 2 spare switches I can use for whatever I add down the road. And I have a switch here which turns on my stereo. My stereo is a 12 volt Boat stereo. It is a pretty cool stereo. It's got Bluetooth audio, auxiliary, which I use for my television. I have a tuner for AM FM radio. I think somebody was jamming. So we're going to turn that down. There we go. So anyway, we have Bluetooth audio, AM, FM, auxiliary, and we also have a tuner for AM, FM radio. Very nice stereo system. It has good sound, as you can tell. It doesn't bump, like a high-tech system or anything, but it does the job. So with the Bluetooth, I usually use my cell phone, and I can play music and control the volume and everything from the driver's seat while I'm driving the bus. These cabinets were all pre-bought from Home Depot. They were unfinished, and we went ahead and stained all the cabinets. That includes that cabinet there. On back here, we have this cool little sign my buddy made for me. Home is where you make it. We have a propane stove. This was a regular gas apartment-sized stove that I converted to propane, so we can cook on the burners, or we can cook in the nice size oven. This is another cabinet here we have for, basically our utensils and so forth. Small little countertop here. On this side of the cabinet, we basically have, the same thing. We have a utensil drawer, and we can put our towels and stuff down here. For now, for my gray water, I have a 5-gallon bucket. And that 5-gallon bucket is basically where the water drains into from the sink. I do have a gray water tank I want to install under the bus, but in the meantime, we have had no problems using the bucket. You come on back a little farther here, we have our 110 volt Magic Chef 10.1 cubic foot refrigerator. The refrigerator runs off of the power inverter, or like I said, when I'm home, we simply plug it in to save the power inverter. It has a nice size freezer. We wanted a nice refrigerator for the bus because we didn't want a tiny little 12 volt refrigerator. Because we also store our drinking water in the refrigerator, since the water tank is solely used for the sink doing dishes. I have a weather station here. And then you come farther back here, I have this nice large door. This very nice large door is our bathroom. You open the door, and as you see, we have a portable toilet in our bathroom. It's a nice sized bathroom, perfect. We also have more storage hanging on the inside of the door. And that door, as you notice, closed off the entire front of the bus. We also have this nice cabinet here for when you step out of the shower. It's just a regular medicine cabinet. You can put a few things in there. And we have a little storage baskets down here on the wheel well. I really love this feature where this door closes off the front of the bus. In here you will see our pantry. This pantry is for storing food and other items. There is the propane tank for the stove and our waste receptacle. I'll show you from the front side with this door closing off the entire back bedroom of the bus, which makes it really, really cool. I really love that feature. Up here in the ceiling, I mounted a fantastic fan. This is a 12 volt fan, and it is used to basically keep the bus cool inside. It's really cool and simple. You just open the lid and turn on the fan to get some airflow and get the heat out of the bus. I have had no complaints with my fantastic fan. Farther back here, as you come into the bedroom area, you see I have a skylight. We love the skylight, we hate the skylight. The skylight's beautiful. On a clear night, warm night, you can look up, you can see the stars. It lets a lot of natural light in, but it also lets the heat in. And it lets the heat out. So with a skylight, you know, you have your benefits and you have your not so good, things that have to do with it. But hey, it's there. We love the skylight. Absolutely beautiful. Here we have a full-size bed. This is a 54 by 75 full-size bed. And underneath the bed we have storage. The little grates you see there. And we have another grate here. And if you look inside the bathroom, there is one right there. Those grates allow for heat. What I have is I kept the original bus heater mounted in the back of the bus, and I'm glad I did. And I tell you, when the weather's cold and you're driving down the road, you want to have heat. So I kept the original bus heater. This is the shower. Outside the bus in the back, you all seen my instant propane hot water shower, and there it is. It is a regular 32 by 32 shower. Open the curtain here and take a look inside. There you go. Just your regular shower. Nothing fancy, nothing special, but it gets the job done. It's always nice to have a shower in your RV or bus conversion or whatever. So there's the shower. There's the bedroom. We have another pre-made cabinet right here for storage. And underneath here you will see I have two more outlets. This way you can plug in charge your cell phone, set it inside. We also have a 12-volt heated blanket for the cold nights. Simply plug it in and enjoy the warmth. Back to the front of the bus, we have a 12-volt RV television set made by Jensen. It is on an articulating arm. So we can bring the TV out, turn it one way, turn it the other. The remote control is conveniently placed right here. We can turn on the TV and watch television from either a DVD player, Blu-ray player, or we can watch it from our antenna, which is right there in the windshield. This way we can pick up channels.
Or the pharmacy price, or pay as low as $0 for a 90-day.
I also have the TV auxiliary into the stereo so we can hear it better. The sound on this TV is pretty decent. I don't have any complaints, but it works for us. The antenna is not permanently mounted. I use that antenna and I can move it from window to window. It has a very long cord. This way we can pick up television stations wherever we are. I hope you all have enjoyed my official Skoolie tour video. We love this bus. We worked hard on it, and you know what? It's really paid off. This was the best project I ever taken on in my life. I've done a lot of cool things in the days. You know, I've built some cars, I've built some off-road vehicles, I've had some fun, but this was the best project I have ever done. Not only because it's so large, but because it's so useful. For instance, a month ago, we had a power outage. We had no electricity in the house. We had no water. We had nothing. We came out here. We enjoyed ourselves for 6 hours while the power was out. You know, it's great when you can go drive somewhere, find a nice place to park, and not have to worry about plugging into an electrical source because, like I said, I built this thing for off-grid boondocking. I don't need an electrical cord. I have never had to use a battery charger to charge my batteries. I have never had to plug in to keep my batteries charged. The solar panels on the roof do all the work. And I really haven't had any problem, even during the winter months. I have no problems at all. We love this bus. It's roomy. It's just tall enough. I'm 6 foot. We got 6'1" because I lost an inch when I did the floor. Cooking in here is a breeze. Using the sink, everything is easy, accessible. This bench up here we sit on and we can watch TV. We have 2 little folding tables we can fold out and eat our dinner. We absolutely love this bus. So I want to thank you all for joining me on my official Skoolie tour. So this is what we've done. We're proud of it. And everybody who's seen it loves it. So I hope you all enjoyed watching. We will see you all next time.